What I love about Big Rex in loving memory of is really the variety of songs. It's really, there's really diverse songwriting. I can't even really relate two songs to being the same genre, and I love when bands do that. I always try to do that myself. I think I first heard Big Rex when I was probably like 13 or something. I was a young kid when I first heard Big Rex, but I was instantly interested. I was like, what is that sound? I mean, I'd heard songs like The Oath and that song, and I love that song. I play that one all the time, and as well as Blown Wide Open and Under the Lighthouse. Those are great songs. And it's interesting because as musically talented as these guys are on this record, they didn't go, you know, crazy, progressive, complicated technique stuff, which they're really good at. And they've if you know Big Rex at all, you know they've evolved into this incredible band over the years. Ian Thornley on this record plays some wicked solos, and it doesn't always have to be, I've noticed for him, it doesn't always have to be overly complicated again, but it's just melodic and beautiful and almost like there's a unique twist, you know, a few unique notes that I noticed Big Rex hit that not a lot of bands hit, and it's really interesting. And I love when they use the slide. I mean, how many rock bands do you hear rocking the slide on, like, I don't even know how many songs, how many times they play that on here, but the tone on this record is really good. And there's, like I said, there's a variety of tones. It's like that they purposely used a different tone for each song. I think that's really cool. And I've noticed when I'm trying to learn a couple of these songs that it's all kind of, not all, but there's a lot of alternate tunings in here. And that's really unique because I don't know any other bands who use as much alternate tuning in rock music as these guys do, and it's really, really interesting to see. I also love the use of falsetto in Big Rex music, because it's weird to hear falsetto. It's tough to do falsetto in rock music sometimes, but these guys do it so well. And I don't even know if it's falsetto or if it's like just Ian's crazy high voice or whatever it is, but it's really good, and I love this record. It's definitely something that I always pop this in when I'm looking for a little bit of good old 90s nostalgia, late 90s, so this is awesome. It's really tough to compare Big Rex sound to any other band. I can't really think of any band that sounds like Big Rex. If I really think about it, I don't know, like some people say there's a resemblance to like 90s alternative, like, you know, like Soundgarden and Alice in Chains and some alternative rock and stuff like that, but really it's not quite all like that. Like there's a lot of, I almost want to say a southern kind of twang or pinch to a lot of the music. I think it comes from the slide and the different kind of scales and open tunings they use, but really it's so hard to compare Big Rex to any other band. A lot of people call these guys a progressive band. I chunk a lot of bands just into rock. I think rock's a good chunk for music, so, but it's definitely something unique and definitely something you need to check out. And they've got lots of stuff. I mean, they came out with 4 records total, I think, so far, and all 4 of them I've loved. This one especially because it's the first one I kind of got into, but yeah, great band, just great music, just great guitar tones, great vocals, great drumming, great bass playing, great bass playering, great mandolins, great yeah, like cool stuff you wouldn't hear in rock. I love it. Really cool stuff you wouldn't hear in rock.